So one thing is topic is kind of like rapidly developing these unique new products, making an impact as a brand owner. But first thing is that, I mean, this is for sellers who already have experience, are already selling a more budget to pursue brand identity a little further. So, I mean, if you're just starting out, only follow the 4-week launch, low risk, low budget product launch. But that also applies, like, even though I don't know how many products we have launched, I don't know, some hundreds, but anyway, like even now, like when we do launch new product, new idea to the market, I mean, we always try out with really like minimum budget, minimum inventory amount, because I mean, we have also done it many times that, okay, we spend like $10,000 on a product, and then we start developing, the team started like developing and creating something unique, but then something went wrong, and then there's a delay, and whoops, it's been 9 months in development, and then you finally get it live, and oh no, I mean, then something went wrong, and we just put like 10K cash on hold, and recently, like, okay, it didn't even work out. So it was, Jari, I will mute you. Okay, but anyway, still, when you are thinking about something unique for your brand, and this is more about expanding your brand, finding different ideas that, hey, I mean, let's see what kind of unique things we could actually. So anyway, let's talk about the advantages, characteristics of a unique product, developing a unique product, and kind of like about the manufacturing process as well. But I mean, if you have something unique, if you have something that really stands out from everyone else, then obviously it has advantages such as that, okay, we have more flexibility in being different. We have more flexibility in being like vastly different from everyone else. It really helps us to stand out and attract customers who are looking for something different. And yeah, I mean, we're going to be having less direct competition, really, to make it easier to establish this presence in the market and capture like niche audience and enhance like marketing opportunities, and especially like when we have already built a brand for quite a few years, then we can start thinking, okay, well, what do we do next with this brand? What are the things that could really help put us, like, for example, in terms of media presence, like what are the things that we could do, be more than just more than just a private label brand, right? To actually have something. So then we can actually highlight these different things in our brand story, like when we present our case to the media, emphasizing these unique features, benefits in the advertising and promotional efforts. And majority is that it helps you when you are actually telling the story to different media outlets. But yeah, I mean, of course, if you want to do something different, it has to be a bit of a innovative, but innovative doesn't mean that it needs to be drastically different. No, it can mean that we could just do small, tiny tweaks and then just kind of use that to stand out from everyone. So it could be like different innovative features that address specific customer needs or provide advantages not really found in the competing products. So it can be innovation in terms of like design, functionality, technology, and providing these unique kind of experiences. So, but that's not really about the look and feel. Like there was a good saying from Steve Jobs, is that he said that what is like the design? What is the design like UX, like user experience? It's not about the product, I mean, physical things or even software things alone. No, it's more about like what does the person do with that? Like it's more about the relationship, how the person approaches the product. So it's more about the interaction process and how users actually experience the product. Make the interactions with your product like interesting for the users. One thing is like when we are thinking about like, for example, what AI is going to bring. I mean, it's just going to give us, but really help us to customize different products for like different segments. Like let's say that we would produce some kind of skincare products or some kind of oils or whatever. Like we could actually start customizing those for a certain like niche group for a certain purpose, which means that okay, on Amazon now we would be able to dominate this keyword. Like if we are basically starting the whole product development from the keyword back going backwards, right? Yeah, I mean, point is that it needs to be better than what it's supposed to be, and find this product's essential function and just focusing only on that, making it all about the core and just emphasis on this simplicity. It's best that best kind of products is usually that they're not best at everything. No, they just take this one thing and make that one thing really, really good. So it's not kind of like this jack of all trades products. And then we can actually use it to really enhance the brand story that we have. It's so much easier to connect with human beings if we really have this compelling brand story, because we have this narrative and it really helps connect with customers on this emotional level and creating this sense of attachment and really loyalty to the brand. So developing unique products, okay, we find out what the problem really is, that what we want to be solving. And I mean, Amazon gives us so much information that we can make use of. But I mean, it's not only, let's not get limited to that. I mean, let's also check out different product reviews on YouTube, TikTok reviews, blogs, niche communities, like Facebook groups and whatever. I mean, there's just so much more, or so much different opportunities we can actually tap into to see that, okay, how are people using these products? And I mean, TikTok is nowadays full of these different kinds of showcases how certain product is being used and whatnot. So it gives a lot of this also opportunity for us to see that okay, so we can see that like other products, other real markets, other customer groups really have these kind of issues. So could we actually make something centered around that? And is it something that we can actually make our core and really make our like competitive advantage? Basic stuff, let's gather stuff from Amazon reviews and use ChatGPT to compile it and give us information in a nicely, neatly manner, and specify also these improvement points based on the reviews, and then brainstorm these different unique features, encourage creativity with the team, and really collaborate with even with designers to really kind of think that, okay, how can we just make this thing better? And nowadays, I mean, it's we are not only limited in hiring someone professional to work with. I mean, there are nowadays so many different freelancers available whose knowledge and expertise we can actually tap onto. If you actually take the time to develop something unique, because I mean, let's face it, this is gonna take a lot more time than doing just something than just selling a like basic private label product. I mean, obviously this is going to take longer time. So that's why this is never the first thing to do. I mean, this is only when you have existing brand already and you just want to kind of take a creative look on, okay, well, how could I actually expand this brand and so on. But yeah, but anyway, let's, like, if you're developing this unique product, then number one thing is absolutely the high quality. If you're going to be putting effort into developing something something unique, which means that we're going to be putting months of our time, then I mean, we better make it high quality. And that's also a thing that we can really make our unique selling point, and customers can really appreciate these durable and well-made products. I mean, it can definitely be the factor that, okay, we're going to be pricing it higher, we're going to be the premium product. Then, I mean, obviously, okay, if we are developing something unique, then we can seek to do some IP protection and do different kind of trademarks and patents. And by the way, I mean, we can also trademark different kinds of designs, different kinds of elements in the design. So even though, I mean, trademark is not only for words, it can be for different kinds of designs, different kind of drawings, different kinds of combinations of materials, combinations of colors, and so on. So then we can actually protect design. But if you're actually taking the time and the effort to develop this, then still, I mean, it's absolutely still essential that that you kind of chop it down to smaller pieces, because I'm sure nobody wants to put in tens of thousands of dollars into something that turns to success someday. Nobody likes doing that, or nobody likes putting money on hold.
Yeah, actually, related to
so go
that,
ahead.
I think for a lot of people, it's very relevant to bring down the initial costs, and especially when it comes to, you know, the mold fees and MOQ. So, of course, there's not like one single answer here, but like what sort of negotiating, well, not negotiating tactics, but like type of deals people typically do or suggest for the suppliers to kind of make it more cash flow friendly. I know some people have, like, you know, agreed to pay a higher EXV product price until a certain amount have been sold. Did you get my point? Like how to lower the initial investments when you need to usually invest into custom molds if you really want to, you know, customize a plastic product, for instance.
Yeah, totally.
It's just
And
different type of tactics and deal constructions, essentially, like how to go about it, because most of the time you're not gonna have much luck just like begging them to, you know, just sell a few hundred units and pay the mold fees later, because usually the molds cost like, I don't know, typically 200 to 10K, somewhere in that ballpark.
Yes, and I mean, let's say that, okay, if it's a new relationship, then good luck in getting a good deal, right?
Yeah.
So if it's a new relationship, if it's a new partnership, then I mean, we don't have much leverage to go with, because okay, they don't. Why should they trust us that this is gonna?
Yeah, you kind of have to pitch it to them. If you like really have a good idea, you believe in it or whatever, then you could like try to convince them that, like, if this is a big deal, then you're gonna be benefiting from it as well. But yeah, you definitely have to sell the idea to them.
The best case is that we have already been working with the supplier for some time, and so you know the relationship has already been built to some degree. And when you're at that stage, I mean, you can do many. You can get so creative with different kinds of deals. And
yeah, like, I kind of have that benefit as well, because I've been working with the single supplier for so long and always like pay all the invoices like several months later. However, like it's not even like, maybe not so much about the relationship per se, but more like what sort of robust deals, typically people usually like arrange to make it more cash flow friendly again.
But I mean, one thing is that
I'm actually asking this from ChatGPT as we speak, just
well, yeah, but
finding
the
more
one thing
ideas.
is that once the relationship uh, is built, then you can get so much further with different. I mean, for example, even if when we are not talking about this, we are just talking about that you're paying for your orders, because when you build a relationship, then you can do the kind of deals that you can actually just pay them later with a lot of this. Like
Yeah, I've done that
we're working
for
with a lot
years.
of suppliers that I mean, they ship the products to Amazon and we sell them before we actually pay them. And but
Yeah,
it's
I do this well.
yeah, but it's only because you've been working with them, and the trust is built there, so there is to trust to a certain degree that they know that we're gonna pay them eventually, right? Yeah, but one thing here is also that, I mean, do you have a guarantee that this is gonna work out? I mean, this unique product. No, I mean, you don't even have yourself that it's gonna be necessarily that big, big thing, right? So the worst case scenario here is that you spend months and months developing something, then you finally get it live, but it just doesn't take off. Then okay, you poured a lot of time, you poured a lot of money, but and there's nothing to go with. So that's kind of like the worst case scenario. So in order to avoid that, I mean, we still need to chop it down to these chop it down to ways how we can really mitigate the risk in such a way that, okay, we don't necessarily need to get the unique product like with version 1. We can just incrementally like get there. But because let's say that if our pilots already fail, then okay, are we really going to make such a big difference with the unique product that we are gonna take into the market?
Yeah,
And it
the
might be,
risk is always there. It's just
yeah,
I just studied a little bit, got an idea that some people have like distributed the mold fee as part of the EXPs. So that's kind of makes it a little more easier, but even then you need to convince them that you're not just gonna, quit after the first payment. So there has to be some sort of balance of horror. I don't know, but yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. Because I
and
have a
one
lot of
way is,
like, silicone products that I would like to source, and I have a very good relationship with my main supplier. But even still, I would like to make it more cash flow friendly. Whether they work or not, it's still
but
it would be
so
less beneficial.
are they able to produce molds? I mean themselves.
Not the main supplier, but they have contacts. I'm sure. That's what I heard, but I have to like ask quotes from other places too. But that's definitely one thing I could exhaust.
Yeah, yeah, and definitely like, are they used to doing this? I mean, for producing molds, because I mean,
Yeah, I trust the guy. I mean, I trust his contacts.
yeah, but I mean that if this is the first time he's doing a mold, then okay, then he's not gonna get a good
No,
price
he
either,
wouldn't. Yeah,
right?
he wouldn't do that
Yeah.
himself. But like he would get it from his
Mm.
associates, whatever, and probably they would be more inclined to agree on those terms. If I were to ask them, as a non-Chinese person.
Yeah. You will get a Western price.
Yeah, definitely.
That's not cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I think China is still like, when it comes to plastic molds, it's like there's no better place for them yet still.
Yeah,
I once,
absolutely. In plastic, there's no beating China,
yeah,
for sure. Yeah, so I mean, smaller, I mean, even in this case, if you're doing something unique, then you don't necessarily want to go there that, okay, you do a mold and okay, it's gonna be, $5,000 units or whatever. I mean, point is to mitigate the risk. And okay, let's say that, okay, if the main platform is still Amazon, then it still starts from the keyword, the search term. So, okay, then the first thing is that, okay, I mean, let's just test this keyword. Like, are we, first of all, are we able to get like visibility from there, meaning that it's not too saturated, it doesn't have too rough competition, because even if our like pilots fail, then okay, what's the chances that we are going to succeed with the bigger one? And of course, like, you can pretty much like buy your way into any like any position pretty much. But yeah, I mean, do you really want to do that, or do you really have the budget to do that? And in many cases it's going to be a no. I mean, it's really not worth it. Yeah, I mean, then once we have this like brand things, and I mean, we can do different kinds of emotional marketing, but I mean, that's something that we should be doing anyway. So it's not really only about unique when we're doing something unique products. So yeah, okay, let's talk about different steps. So okay, prototyping. So that means that, okay, then we need to start looking into different kind of materials, dimensions, features. And okay, if we don't know how to do this product design stuff, and then, or design software, then we're gonna need some help with the different kinds of expert. And then it's really about suppliers. And yeah, I mean, if it's gonna be suppliers that we don't know, if you are starting from zero, then it's gonna be a bit more challenging to you know, get a deal that wouldn't require this hefty budget. So it's really the best scenario if you're doing something that where our current suppliers are already able to help to get there. Then, I mean, okay, finding different pricing, payment terms, manufacturing lead times, and so on. Clarifying these quality measures and different kind of schedules. And okay, yeah, I mean, logistics. I mean, this is pretty much same stuff as we are doing otherwise.